afternoon, everyone.
Hi. Do you have to pin the thing?
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. So for today's practice, just need your mat or something to practice on. And as usual, 1 or 2 blankets or towels that you might that are handy. Hi, beautiful homies. Thank you again for joining us. My name is Queenie.
I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan will be playing the bowl today, and you might find Abby occasionally roaming around checking stuff out. So this is sound and stretch. We will be doing some gentle stretching and some are more yin-like poses. Some are more restorative. We miss you guys too. Hey, Patricia. It's always a little weird teaching from home and kind of to a camera, but thank you for joining us. And we're very grateful for these midday kind of stretches, midday breaks to kind of break our days up a little bit, especially for those of you working from home. We're sitting a lot more in chairs and on our couches. So we're actually going to get started. And once again, you will need maybe a few blankets or towels that you have handy. You can also use cushions, pillows that might be on your couches. So we're going to find a comfortable seated position to begin with. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your shins, you can sit with legs extended out. You can quickly pick up your phone, find a chair, and sit on that as well. So relax your shoulders. You want to have your spine nice and tall. Feel your sit bones grounded. Your hands can rest on your knees or your thighs. You can just allow them to dangle by your side. And close your eyes. So I invite you to just bring your awareness to your breath. Follow the inhales and the exhales. And as the body settles, notice your state of being. Notice the thoughts that are flowing through, the sensations in your body, emotions that you may be experiencing or trying to suppress. Soften your jaw. Allow the shoulders to be heavy. Just taking a few more moments here, just checking in with yourself. Dedicating the next 30 minutes to you, to your own well-being, your breath. Going inwards as we release tension in the body. So we'll begin by placing our palms together in front of our chest in prayer and perhaps setting an intention for your practice today. It can be simply to be present, to be kind to yourself. Your intention can be finding a steady rhythm with your breath. Whatever feels right for you at this moment. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, gently sigh it out. Bowing the head and blinking the eyes open. Release your palms. However you are seated, just stay where you are. We'll twist to the left side. You can place your right hand on your left leg. Left shoulder pulls back. Do your best to not round the spine here. Instead, lift your chest, turning it to the left side, perhaps turning your head as well. Breathe. And as you inhale next, just slowly come back through center. If you are sitting cross-legged, you might want to switch to have the other leg on top or in front. And we'll twist to the right side, bringing the right hand behind you, left hand towards the right thigh. Draw your shoulders back, try to lift your chest, and turn your heart to the right. Turn your gaze back. Keeping the spine upright and tall. Try to breathe into the lower belly, into your lower back. And then as you breathe in next, come back through center. Good. Just turn your head, roll the neck, move the shoulders. And we'll actually come onto our feet and our hands. Now we're going to start with just a dangle pose, forward fold, super simple. Allow a bend in your knees. And in fact, you can bend the knees a little more, not quite in chair pose, but the legs don't need to be fully straight. I want you to feel your entire backside, so including your spine. For some of us, we might feel a little better with a blanket or towel underneath your heels, especially if you know that hamstrings are a little tighter, especially from all that time we spend sitting in a chair. So knees can be bent. You can just let your arms kind of dangle here. You can grab opposite elbows. What I like to do is kind of slip my palms to the inner elbows. So I don't actually have to hold my arms. They just kind of rest in the inner elbows. And then letting your head relax. There's no strain in the neck. Heels may be on a blanket or a towel or right on the mat or your floor. Feet can be a little wider. They don't have to be together. In fact, when you separate the feet a little wider, you'll find a little more stability. And allow all the tension in your torso and your spine to begin to melt. Forward folds generally have a relaxing effect for our nervous system. More breaths here. See if you can release any more of the tension that you're holding on to, especially in your shoulders, the muscles that run along the spine. And then from here, the next time you breathe in, let your arms fully relax. So no longer holding opposite elbows, rounding into your feet, and just slowly, one vertebrae at a time, you will stand up. The head will lift last. Once you are standing, just again, turn your head, roll your shoulders. Maybe even shake out the legs a little. And then we will reverse, coming all the way back down. So you're just tucking your chin, rounding your spine. Bend the knees a little. Vertebrae at a time as you round and come back down. And once your fingertips graze your mat or the floor, bend your knees, walk the hands forward a little, and bring your knees onto the mat. Toes are untucked, and you're just going to sit back onto your heels. Now, if this is super uncomfortable, you can take kind of the same pose, lying down, hugging the legs in, pointing your toes here. Otherwise, staying as you are. You're also welcome to roll a blanket and place it underneath your ankles if your ankles, the tops of your feet does not touch the mat. So shoulders relax. Here for just a few breaths. Bring our energy back downwards now that we are upright. Perhaps closing your eyes. Find your intention again, your focal point. Notice where your mind has wandered to. Just gently guide it back to your breath. Notice the sensation in your legs, your ankles. Here for just a few more breaths. The next time that you breathe in, take a deep inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Open your eyes, come back to tabletop. Place your palms down. You can extend one leg back, shake it out. Extend the other leg. Now, if your knees are sensitive, and even if they're not really, I would invite you to grab one of your blankets. You're going to place it underneath your left knee. And you will step your right foot forward towards the top of your mat between your hands. And then slowly you will lift your torso up so your legs are in a low lunge. Left knee is cushioned. Allow your hips to gently melt forward. Doesn't have to go really far, just a little bit. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. So any type of lunging, whether we're in a low lunge or high lunge where we lift the back knee, this pose is really good to help counter the sitting in our hips and also gives the lower belly a little bit of a stretch. So allowing the hips to gently push forward, but ground firmly into your right foot, the arms reach up. Everything above the waistline should feel light. So I want you to feel lifted, like you're growing taller from your waist to your fingertips. But then everything below the waist is gently grounding forwards and downwards. Now just pausing here. Breathe into the lower belly. You can stay exactly as you are, or you can interlace the hands, push your palms up to the ceiling, and then add a little bit of a side bend. So we're side bending over to the right. Hips come forward. Breathe. So breathing into the left side of your ribs, your hips gently push forward, your palms are pressing the ceiling away. Breathe. Relax your face. This pose requires a little bit of effort, but we're not here for that much longer, so really just stretching it out. Lengthen tall on your inhales. Let your hips melt as you breathe out. We're here for just 2 more breaths. One more breath. When you inhale next, just come back through center. Release your arms. Turn the head, roll the shoulders. Let your hands slowly come back down to the mat. Send your right foot back. You can remove the cushioning in the left knee, or you can cushion both your knees. And you will Sit back onto your heels. If you're cushioning both your knees, maybe unfold your blanket so it's not really lifted. Good. First option, just staying upright again. Second option, you can fold forward into your child's pose. Pick what works for you. You can also lie on your back and hug your legs in again. So just taking a few deep breaths here as you find a neutral position for your spine, for your hips. Letting that previous pose go. Soften your face. And the next time you breathe in, take a deeper breath. Sigh it out. Coming back, you're going to grab your blanket, towel, place it underneath your right knee. Tabletop, step your left foot forward. You might wiggle the toes forward a little more to create a longer stance, and then you'll slowly lift your spine. Allow the hips to gently melt, reaching the arms up. Good. So once again, we're going to settle into the pose first. Left heel grounds down. Allow the hips to gently push forward, but it doesn't need to go all the way to your max. Arms are reaching up. Everything above the waistline is lifted, light. Everything below the waist is gently melting forwards and downwards. Breathe. Stay as you are, or you are welcome to interlace the hands. Push your palms up to the ceiling, arms by the ears if you can. Keep gently melting the hips, and then add a side bend to the left. Breathe. Try not to add unnecessary strain. So notice if shoulders start to squeeze up, you can just relax the shoulders. You don't need to actively engage them. The palms do push up. And then breathe into the right side of your ribs. So once again, this helps to counter all the rounding, the hunching as we sit more in our days. Let your hips gently melt forward. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then when you inhale, you'll come back through center. Gently release your palms down. Step your left foot back. Or move the blanket. And we'll actually sit down. So sitting, extend your legs out. Shake it out. Now from here, I want you to bend both your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. So your legs are in butterfly. Feet together, knees point outwards. Hold your shins or your ankles. You can pull your heels in a little bit more. Shoulders are relaxed. Try to lift your chest up. Good. From here, we're not really trying to fold forward necessarily. So try to lift your chest up. Feel like you're almost back bending a little bit. Your back muscles are slightly engaged. Holding onto your shins. Draw your shoulders back. And you can actively press your thighs downwards, your knees downwards without using your hands. So using your glute med, your outer hips to help press the legs down. But you don't need to apply a lot of pressure either. See if you can sit up a little taller. So extend your chest, puff it up. You don't want to feel any sharp pain or like you're overstretching the inner thighs. So you can even lift the knees a little and then lift your chest even more. Here for just a few more breaths. I need you to try to breathe deep right into your belly. close your eyes. Focus on your breath, your intention. Next time you breathe in, take a deeper inhale. And let's sigh it out again. Bring your hands to the back, outside of your knees. You can lean back a little as you close your legs slowly like a book. Separate your feet. Bring the hands slightly behind you. Let your knees drop to the left and to the right. So just windshield wiper your legs. And then from here, straighten out the legs again, shake it up. Grab one of your blankets or towels. You can keep it kind of folded up like this, not too high. So this is the first option. You're going to place that underneath your shoulder blades and your ribs. So when you're lying down, your chest is slightly elevated. Doesn't need to be a lot. You don't want to bring your head down on the mat and feel like you're really tilting the head back. So that's your first option. If you want to make it a little bit higher, roll your blanket up. So that's kind of like a little cinnamon roll. Place it like so that it goes across your back. So I'm placing it like this, not like this, across my back. So you can adjust it, move around a little. If you rolled it up too high, perhaps flatten it out a little or unroll it a little bit. And when you lie down, when you bring your head down, you want to be able to rest the head easily without feeling like you're straining the neck. If you can't seem to make your neck feel comfortable, if you have another cushion or blanket or towel handy, you can place that underneath your head. The stretch is more about the chest and the front of your ribs, less so about your neck and the front of your throat. So support the head if you need. Your arms can simply rest by your side if you already feel like this is a good sensation. You can reach your arms out. You can bring your arms overhead. What you can do is kind of hold opposite palms with the elbows slightly bent, not having the arms straight. You can also kind of reach for opposite forearms or elbows as you lie down. Breathe here. Feel free to add a bend to your knees. You can plant your feet down, your knees come inwards, feet wider. Or if butterfly felt really nice, you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. So whatever works. Breathe gently into your chest. The next time that you breathe in, take a deeper inhale. And just gently sigh it out. Start to bend your knees if the legs are straight, planting your feet lightly onto the mat. And we will roll to right or left side. Watch your blankets underneath you. Lift yourself up partially, and let's remove the props from under. Remove your blankets, your cushions, and then lying back down onto your spine. This time just flat with no support, just right on the mat. Legs can be straight, knees can be bent in any way that's comfortable, or you can hug your legs in towards the chest. Feel free to rock gently side to side if you're hugging the legs. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Once again, roll to one side with your knees bent, and we will make our way back to a comfortable seated position. Allow your spine to be light, shoulders relaxed, eyes closed. And even though this is a short practice, just notice if there's any shifts or changes internally or physically. Take a few deep breaths. Feel free to sigh it out. And we will close with one breath together. Place your hands in prayer in Anjali Mudra. Let's take a deep breath in. Release it with a sigh. Just gently bow your head. Take a moment to thank yourself for making time for your practice. And we thank you for joining us. Hope you were able to find some peace, love, and gratitude on your mat today. And that you take that with you off the mat. Share it with the people you interact with. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. Let us know. You can send us a message here or you can DM us. And just saying thank you again, honestly, for slowing down. The code word for today is
Mindful.
Mindful. So
We remembered.
yes, code word is mindful for today. Code word mindful.
Yeah.
So we've been noticing that even though we aren't doing as much physically, we're kind of, most of us are stuck at home a lot. We do have the luxury of walking Abby once in a while and kind of teaching less for us, moving less, but the mental load is there and actually it's a little heavier than normal. We spend a lot more time maybe on our devices, look at the news, working from home in our heads. So we're really grateful that all of you recognize the need to kind of slow down even more and take this extra time for yourself to unwind and to let go. So we're really grateful for you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, just pay attention to your stress response during this time. You know, it's a common thing that we get asked sometimes. People are like, I'm already resting a lot. I'm barely doing anything. I'm sitting on my butt all day, you know, like working with my coworkers on a laptop, and then like I sit to watch TV, I sit to eat. But that doesn't, like Queenie was saying, mean that you're not in your stress response. So really important just to stay in touch with that and to take time to rest in a different kind of way than just physically resting.
Yeah, or resting by just watching TV or watching the news. You're physically resting, but your mind isn't. So that mental load and the stress that we build up, it creeps up on you. So thank you so much for, connecting and taking this time to really make sure that you're okay. And if you're not okay, that's okay as well. But just starting to recognize that and see what you can do to, mitigate that.
For sure.
Yeah. So
if you want to connect with us, please do feel free to follow us at Fair Yoga and send us a direct message if you have any questions. We're definitely happy to be here to support anyone that needs support.
Yeah, and we are usually here every Monday, Wednesday, same time, 2 p.m. Once again, the code word is mindful if you missed it a little bit earlier. And thank you again. Hopefully see you soon. Please reach out if you have any questions or just to say hi, because it's really hard for us. We're not teaching regular classes, seeing you in person. So please don't feel shy if you're like, oh, they don't know me. Message us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.